Hey everyone, it's Christian Girl Kelly. And as I've mentioned in my intro video, I'm really into languages and I like to travel, and then I also work at a boarding school. So let's talk about how these things come together. So I was doing an event recently, and it was my first time doing this event. It was a potluck, international potluck, and so we had food from Vietnam, we have food from Slovakia, we have food from all over the world. And the students and their host families were able to come together and cook that food. So delicious, right? Getting excited, of course, all the families. And so what I did, which is something I typically do, is I sent out a link for people to sign up, right? Sign up, knowing that not everyone could come. That was like RSVP slash how many people are coming in your family slash what are you bringing, right? So things are going good. I'm like, okay, got my numbers. I know how many people are coming, or more or less how many people are coming. Some people may not come. There may be a couple more people who do come. And so I'm going to, push that number up a little bit and prepare for that, right? So I'm bringing all the cutlery and all the stuff that I need, preparing the tables, making sure I have enough for everybody, right? So, of course, things didn't go perfectly, right? So the caterer that was supposed to bring everything in terms of cutlery and drinks and all of that, some desserts, half an hour late. Lord, right? Had I not pushed it out an hour before the event, I don't know what would have happened. So half an hour late, and in that half an hour that I'm waiting for them and calling them and making sure that they were on their way, I realized that I forgot something, like forgot some stuff that I need to have, right? And then I was like, darn it, like I need something else that I'm gonna have to ask someone else for. And so it's just me, and I'm just kind of running all around trying to get things together after the caterer comes. I roll through, and I'm like finally there, and everyone's really great. The people who are there, there's a couple of people are there already, a couple of minutes early, and they're really gracious, help me get things together. I'm like, okay, cool. Things are going, well. We're not going to worry about it. I was calm. And then people started to come in, and more people, and more people, and more people. And I'm thinking to myself, this is maybe like a good 10, 15 minutes into the event. I'm like, oh, we have many more people here than I was anticipating. And right the whole time, when I was waiting for my caterer, I was like, be completely calm and gentle, be patient, bearing one another in love. I was thinking to myself, I have no reason to fear. Just, you have to, one of the fruits of the Spirit is patience. Patience is important. We're just going to keep calm. It's okay. And then I'm looking at all these people and I'm like, we're going to run out of forks. We're going to run out of plates. We're going to run out of everything. And so there's a moment where I'm greeting. Of course, when you're meeting people for the first time, you're greeting them. You're a host. You're doing all the host stuff. If you've ever been a host, you know how that is. People are like, are you going to get food? I'm like, get food. Like, I have no time because I want to make sure that everyone's comfortable, but I had to sneak out and buy all the stuff that we were running low on. If you would have seen the line of people going toward the food, like once it was time to eat, it was wrapping all around the room, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna make sure this happens. So let me speed the story up. I ran to one store. They didn't have forks because they're not selling plastic forks. I understand eco, being green. I get it. Thank you. For being considerate, but I had to run to another store that was further away to actually get that. Finally came back. Goodness. And everyone seemed to be okay. Everybody had already settled in, had their plates, had another plate. Some people didn't have a plate, so they're like, plates, they're here. And other things. Water. I'm so glad we have water now. And I'm like, okay, good. Everybody's good. And I did an announcement, and this is what I said in my announcement, and this is the point of this video. People saw me handle something that was unexpected. They saw me run around. They saw me leave and come back with bags. And it's so, so important that people see you handle challenges, people see you handle struggles with grace. With grace. And so, my honest feeling was that, okay, there are a lot of people here. Some people didn't RSVP at all. Thank you, family of 8. I had no idea you guys were coming. Come on in. Thank you, friend of a host of a international student who just ended up walking with the friend group, and they were like, "Oh, she's just here. She's our friend. Can she stay?" Of course she can stay. Come on, sweetie. We happy to have you, right? That's just my personality. Come on in. You are welcome. Even if we didn't expect you, come on in. You're welcome. And I said to them, I just want you guys to know I am so excited to have you guys. And I know I had my numbers in mind, but it is such a blessing to see that you guys have come out even more than expected to really fellowship with one another and celebrate this moment with your international students. That's the way I felt about it. And it goes back to something that happened many years ago when I was a teenager, preteen. And I was doing a poem, and it was for a talent show. And I kind of stumbled in my poem, and I felt bad about it afterwards because I didn't do it well. And my grandmother said to me, she says, somebody needed to see that. Someone needed to see that you were not perfect and you can keep moving in grace. You can keep going forward. Some people were reassured to see how you handled that moment of stumbling. And so that was yesterday. That was my experience. I stumbled, right? Tried to regroup, try to put things together. And there are many moments where eyes were on me and they were looking to see how I was going to handle each and everything that popped up. But thankfully, in the presence of the Lord is the fullness of joy. And no matter where I am, I always try to refocus my thoughts on God because I have fullness of joy. I have total peace, even when things are hectic. And people need to see others who claim that they are representing the Lord. They need to see them stumble, and they need to see them stumble with grace. So that's my story for the day. I hope that you have a good one. It's Christian Girl Kelly. See you next time.